Alrighty, folks. Are you ready for some Signalis with BigScared? I hope you are ready because that's what we're getting. Coming up next is Signalis with BigScared. BigScared, take it away.
Thank you. Hello, I am BigScared. I'm a queer variety caster here on Twitch. I play a lot of scary games, and tonight I want to introduce, hopefully, some of you and reignite the love of the rest of you for one of my favorite runs, Signalis. I'm joined by my friend and also someone who is very passionate about this game, Soulmass218. You want to introduce yourself real quick?
Hello, I am Soulmass218. Yes, I'm very, very normal about this game, as is BigScared.
And as you'll know, this is a very easy game to feel normal about. Let's get this run started, and we can talk about that as we go. Time will begin when we hit begin here in 3, 2, 1. Let's jam.
Hawk tongue, let's go.
I thought you were going to say 3, 2, 1 normal.
That is entirely what we're here to be, because there's nothing but perfectly normal things happening. Right now, I'm at work at my perfectly normal job here on the ship, and I just need to I need to find my key card. I wonder where I left it.
I'm sure if you enter the right code that we surely just know, you'll find it in here, right? It's in the cryopod for some reason, right?
Yeah, totally normal place to leave your key card. Don't worry about it. We definitely won't be back to this cryopod several times throughout the game.
Why do you say that?
No reason at all.
I was going to say speedrunner sarcasm.
All right, so we got the airlock key, but you could see it was broken in half. So actually, what are we going to do? We need to actually find some tape. Good thing there's some tape sitting right over here.
Totally normal console color. Don't worry about the blinking red light either. We're just gonna mosey on out here.
Here's our first instance of saving a little time in the menus. We're going to combine items a la Resident Evil, but we're going to do it inside the menu and then use it from the menu on this keypad, this interactable object. It saves a little bit of time to do it from the menu instead of clicking on it and then combining.
And then my favorite part of the Switch port, the very long skipping of cutscenes. Because yes, we are doing this run on the Switch port. If you're wondering why,
segment.
Yeah, if you're wondering why it's like this, is because we're in first person right now in 30 FPS.
But we're also clicking to move forward, so it's a point-and-click adventure.
I hope none of you cared at all about your retinas.
Why is that?
Here's our first hole.
Bright.
Big's gonna go down this hole, and then we're gonna go in another hole.
Yeah, it's amazing just how many of these they fit into this game. I'm slapping the hood of this game, and it says it can fit so many holes. Here's another first-person clicking forward moment. This one's very reminiscent of Silent Hill 4.
I was literally about to say that.
Yeah, it's just going to drop us off here in this office. We're going to get a book that is definitely not at all lore important. Lux, do you want to talk about how not at all important this book is?
I'm pretty sure we're never going to see the King in Yellow again. It's just that one time, right? So yes, this book pops up a few times in the game as a kind of ominous eldritch thing related to eldritch entities. It's not fully explained. It's kind of left up to interpretation. Just know that this game is not very normal, even though we said that it's normal.
What do you mean? This bathroom is completely normal.
I mean, it looks normal to you right now.
It's true. Luckily, we are in a time and place right now where things are a little bit more understandable. But as the run progresses, we will see familiar places in unfamiliar circumstances. There's a little bit of timey-wiminess happening throughout here.
Yeah, space and time are a little bit weird in this game. More on that later.
The cool thing, though, is when we come back to this safe later on in the run, the exact same code will be input because it's just the default password. Don't worry about it.
Yeah, there's a document in the game that says what the default password for the safes is. That's very safe, right? To have all the safes have the same password?
Don't worry about it. We have another hole right here. The true progression in the game. How deep can we go?
Do you want me to answer that?
At least 5 layers deep, Inception style.
I think there's more, actually.
How many? Now I'm curious. How many layers deep does it go?
I don't know. We jump on a lot of holes in this game.
It's true. We're already several
There's
holes deep.
elevators and ladders. We go pretty dang low in this game.
It's true.
All right, so there is an item we want to pick up here. It's a key. It's going to give us access to more areas, as keys do. And
This key in particular is for my favorite, but also least favorite puzzle.
That's going to be the gist of the game: is going places, solving puzzles to get other puzzle items to solve other puzzles ad nauseum. This puzzle is an interesting one. Big's going to try and solve it without looking at the solution.
Ooh, this is going to be interesting.
Just by looking at the orientation of those pegs on that screen. Oh, close. Now Big will be able to tell where the adjustments need to be made. But getting that on first try is really cool when it happens.
It's rare to get it on first try. It's easier to solve when
so long.
Yeah, it's easier to solve when the pegs are further apart, but it's hard to judge exactly how many presses you need when they're all bunched up like that.
Anyway, you got another key card, so what are we going to do with key card? We're going to go open up some more doors. Particularly this door.
Yeah, and we're going to enter a completely normal hallway. This is just what it looks like this time of year.
Yeah, actually, this is right outside the kitchen. You're going to notice in the kitchen, we spilled a lot of spaghetti sauce. It's all over the place.
Yeah, the marinara it gets all over the place sometimes. You gotta just be careful.
I mean, when I make spaghetti, I get sauce everywhere too, so it's understandable. All right, we're gonna head down in this place with all these overturned glass tables and stuff. We're in an area right now. It's kind of like a classroom slash I don't know, brainwashing facility to tell everybody that they should be loyal to the nation. There's a very political undertone to a lot of the stuff in this game, which we're not going to get into. Which you can play the game for yourself.
This is the most survival horror moment in the entire game because we just got half of a key out of a dirty toilet.
We're mainly going to be focused on the other part of the story, which is the most important part of the story, and that's looking for our girlfriend.
Yes. That's what brings us here today. We're on a quest to save our space girlfriend.
Yes, our space girlfriend has been lost, and we are on a quest to find her.
The real question is not necessarily where she is, though. It's kind of when.
Or what.
Yeah, and why.
Or even why, yeah.
Yeah.
There was a question in chat earlier that asked, I do want to confirm that this is a game about lesbian space androids, yes?
Correct.
Yes.
Correct.
And technically
if there's
not
anyone
androids.
who wants to say let's go lesbians, we'd appreciate that as well.
Yes, let's go lesbians. I'll say not technically androids, they're more like cyborgs, because they're bioengineered. So they're more like
replicas.
they're Terminators, more like. They have bio parts on top of their metal endoskeletons.
Yeah, and there's a document in the game that talks in great detail about how, like, if your rations run out, you should not consume the flesh of the replicas because it is not actually flesh.
Right, it is toxic to eat the replicas. I don't know why that's important. We're not going to talk about why that's important.
Yeah, don't worry about it.
But also, this is another first-person segment. We're going to pick up a very important item. This is the radio. This is going to be very important for solving a lot of the puzzles in the game. And Big's going to do some interesting crab clawing on the controller to turn around while walking backwards and adjust the radio while getting to this door.
I'm currently using 5 fingers to navigate this controller right now.
That was very nice.
We still needed to wait a little bit.
It's all good.
Moonwalking while crab clawing is a discrete skill set, I will say that.
Welcome to speedrunning.
Yes, welcome to Signalis. We do have the radio now, which means we can solve the tree puzzle. While I do that, Dane, if there's anything you'd like to share with the audience, now's a great time.
Absolutely. We got a $5 donation in from Mina that says, a normal thing, I guess? What am I donating to? Hi, Big. Hi, Lux. Hi, Fion. Hi, Mina. What's going on? Let's go lesbians? And that donation did go to the secret ending for this very game. We are sitting very pretty at... I pulled up the wrong page because I'm very good at my job. We're sitting pretty at $140 out of 200 for the secret ending, and that is because Anonymous just donated $100.
Let's go!
That secret ending incentive. Thank you very much, Anonymous. That puts us squarely at 140 out of 200 for the Signalis secret ending. So let's get those donations in. We are a mere measly, paltry $60 away from hitting that secret ending incentive.
And we promise you want to see that ending.
Yeah, casually, this secret ending is very difficult to locate. It is not only hidden in the game, it requires like layers of planning, and you have to use the radio in specific areas that are extremely hostile to gather some items. I've already got all that stuff set up, so all we have to do is boot it up when we hit that incentive. I would love to see that happen today.
Heck yeah.
And I'll talk about more like how people even found that ending if we unlock it, which is a very ridiculous story.
Ooh, I want to hear that because I don't think I've heard that story yet.
So you might notice we were just riding in this elevator for a bit. It was a good time for the chat about the incentive, like we said. But now we are exiting the elevator and we are going to the next area of the game. This one is going to involve a lot of elevators and going up and down different floors.
We are currently in the hospital. Good old survival horror cliches. We've got our military installation, we've got our hospital, we're gonna have our... you'll know what I mean when we get there.
Opening this door is very nice for later. We'll come back to it.
I'm gonna grab this heal for safety because we have taken quite a few aggressive swings there.
Yeah, we are playing on the casual difficulty, but it's still easy to die in certain areas of the run.
Ooh. There's something very fun about the Switch port in that the 1.2 update that just came out for it doesn't necessarily play well with the 30 FPS. And so in the same way that FPS shenanigans impact like the knife in Resident Evil 2 Remake, the FPS shenanigans seem to impact how much damage Elster takes. So enemies that wouldn't necessarily be a problem for the PC port or for the PlayStation port because they play at 60 FPS or higher are a problem here. Namely the Calibri, which is one that we will see later on. If you are photosensitive, we will definitely let you know when this enemy is on the screen, but it is very flashy, to say the least. In the meantime, we're collecting our key cards. We've got a videotape. Got another key card here.
You'll notice these red screens in certain rooms every now and then. Those are save stations. We're not going to use any of them on the run, obviously. But the red screen save station is a reference to a certain other game that you might be familiar with. Silent Hill 2. And
There's a wide variety of
You'll recognize a lot of Silent Hill references in this.
But it does draw very heavily from 2 and 4.
Yeah, the red squares are actually I know Silent Hill 1 through 3 all use kind of the red square signpost, I guess, for safe stations. So yeah.
All right. I need to listen for a few seconds, so excuse me for a moment while I go quiet. $62387. We gotta decode this.
62387.
6, 2, 3, 8, 7. Yes.
Yes. So you'll
hate
notice
that
those are
puzzle.
letters and not numbers. That's actually a cipher puzzle, but we actually have the solution to the cipher already. The number sequence is random, so we do have to listen for that on the radio. But the cipher sequence we could just stare at and put in the code once we know it.
Mhm.
And now we're going to enter another first-person segment, because that's what happens when you put in a cassette tape.
We are definitely watching the tape and not interacting with its contents in a meaningful way. Which is definitely not why I'm side strafing here in hopes of grabbing the item that's going to spawn in front of me.
Yeah, in this particular area, you can actually grab this item quicker if you get to it by side strafing, like that. A small optimization.
And we're out of here. We are on our way next to the morgue and incinerator, which is going to be a nice little puzzle.
Again, a puzzle that we know the solution to already.
Yeah.
Pretty much all the puzzles in here we know the solutions to, other than the few where you have to listen to the radio to get the code. So here again, I'll give Big some time to listen.
That should be right.
That's right. 5 left, 5 right, 8 left.
And then we hang out here and wait for the key card.
Another puzzle that took me entirely too long to figure out.
Yeah, it's not intuitive how you're supposed to solve that one casually.
Very much not.
Yeah, if you notice that there's like lines on it and different arrows each way, the assumption that I was making casually is that the arrow indicates the way it needs to go. That's not true. It indicates how much over or under you are. And so it can become really confusing. This is also something that trips up a lot of folks, is grabbing this little 10mm socket.
We grabbed the socket wrench, but we didn't have the socket.
Yeah, I've forgotten it on so many runs. And then we have a blank key that we found in the flooded basement, and luckily we've already looked at the X-ray device that has the solution on it. So we can just input that real quick.
And then as we exit here, there is a difference in 1.2, which wasn't in the original patch of the game. We have more item slots in inventory, so we used to pick up the shotgun and throw it into the box here. We're actually just going to pick it up and just keep it, because we don't have to throw it into the box anymore. We got plenty of space.
Now, good news, we've already opened this door here, so we don't have to go through the long hallway. And we can avoid a lot of the hassle of navigating the enemies in this area just by taking that shortcut. You might be asking, why is Big going back into this flooded basement? I still have to use my 10mm socket, and it would not be a collectathon if I did not hide something behind something that needed a 10mm socket. Luckily, the motif is air, and so we're just going to check this big vent.
Yeah, we need to get the air card because we need to open the Captain Planet door.
It's true. All right. We've got a moment to just walk back up to the Captain Planet door. Dane, if there's anything you'd like to share, now's a great time.
I would love to share because, as a reminder to everybody, we are raising money for Point of Pride. The money we raise will go to Point of Pride's various support programs, such as their HRT Access Fund, which is a scholarship-like program that provides 12 months of free medical care for trans folks seeking gender-affirming hormone replacement therapy via Point of Pride's telehealth partners. That is a very necessary service for our trans friends, and your donations go to things like that Point of Pride helps to make happen. So throw an exclamation point donate into chat and be sure to get your donations in. And if you needed an even better reason to donate, not a better reason, but another reason to donate, we still have open incentives. We still have not yet met the secret ending for Signalis. We are very close. We are only $60 away, but we're not quite there yet. We got to get donations in for that. And we also have Mouthhole coming up after this, which has 2 incentives. One of them just says mustache. I don't know what that means. So we need to get that met so I can see what the heck that means. And we also have one that just says take a shower to become a skeleton. Again, I don't know what that means. We have to make that happen. Get those donations in.
And we got a quick cycle on Mina. Let's go!
Let's go!
So Mina, there's a couple different quick ways you can kill Mina. You can either use an incineration stick and just walk up and stab her in the face with it. It's very difficult to do on Switch because of the low FPS. So instead, Big opts to do the shotgun quick kill, which if you time it correctly and you're close enough to get the shotgun spread in her face, you can get 5 shots as soon as her face mask opens and get a 1 cycle kill on her.
It takes about the same amount of time, too. It's milliseconds difference. So don't be intimidated if you don't want to go for the high-risk strat here. It's really something for the highest level players.
Oh, we are going to use the flare on the next boss that we encounter, and that's going to be fun.
Yes. I'm very excited for y'all to meet SIGNALIS Cage when the time comes.
What's going on with all the Elsters in the elevator?
Yeah, don't worry about it.
Here's our third.
Now I'm worrying about it.
So we picked up the thermite flare. We're going to use that on SIGNALIS Cage later. We'll put it in the box now because we don't need it yet. Again, time for a whole nother area with a whole nother set of puzzles.
Yeah, this area is just a mess of ladders and elevators and a big C-shaped hallway that y'all will get very familiar with over the next 5 to 10 minutes. But the goal is essentially to loop your way up and down using the progression of stairs and ladders to get to the lowest point of this facility and into a mine shaft. Because your girlfriend might be down there. So we just, I gotta get down there. She's down there.
I mean, if you want to call this area chutes and ladders, we wouldn't stop you.
Yeah. Hey, Lux, who was that girl? Is that our girlfriend?
No, that's definitely not our girlfriend.
Who was that?
I don't know.
She was my girlfriend.
She looks kind of like our girlfriend.
Yeah, she kind of looks like that one lady we saw that one time, right?
I don't think she's our girlfriend, though.
Gotta keep looking.
She just looks kind of like our girlfriend.
It's all right. I've got a fuse now. And since we're on the 7th floor, we can come back up here and unlock the staircase. The fun thing about the staircase is that it's only accessible from the floor you're on. And so you have to find creative ways to get down to the next level in order to unlock the stairs for you to be able to actually access it in a meaningful way. So right now I'm going to pop this fuse in here and we're going to turn on the elevators. Nope, that's not right. There we go. There we go.
Yeah, casually, this puzzle's kind of a nightmare because it doesn't tell you the solution, and it doesn't tell you when you get it right in the game either. So,
yeah.
You're kind of guessing at it, and then you guess whether or not you got it right when you're finished as well.
Yeah, normally you would expect the completion of a puzzle to give you some sort of, like, you did it prompt or kick you out of it. This one doesn't. It simply makes the gentle hum of electricity, and you need to figure it out on your own that you're done. But now that we have the gentle hum of electricity in place, we can go down to the 8th floor.
Yes, now these elevators are moving, or these, they're more like dumb waiters.
Yeah, they're conveyors of a sort.
Mind
We've
if I
got a
jump
shutter
in?
gate. Oh, of course, go for it.
Yeah, chat. We are only $25 away from meeting that incentive. 25, that's it. We are so close to getting that incentive met. Please get those donations in because we got 2 in. One from Hockey Babbler for $10 that says, "Let's go lesbians." Also, Binary Breakers mentioned.
Binary Breakers mentioned. Let's go.
Let's go.
Yeah. And we
Thank you,
also got
Babs.
we also got a $25 donation in from Sylvia57 that says, "Signalis is great. I need to know about the secret ending. Let's go space lesbians." And actually, I have an update about that if you are cool with
hit
another
me with
update.
it.
Yeah. $25 came in from Cyanphibian, and it just says less than 3, but that went to the secret ending. So we met the secret ending incentive. Let's go!
go!
Thank you all so much.
Thank you all.
Thank you.
I hope y'all are ready to just celebrate space lesbians with us.
But
Now,
you
you've
might have
noticed-
noticed, Big is
Yeah.
still running up and down corridors, up and down levels of this area. There's just a lot of puzzles to unlock puzzles in this particular area. I don't, Big might actually be using a heal at some point here as well, because we've taken a lot of damage.
I'm gonna be grabbing a heal when we get to Falk's office, just because the Calibri enemies will be coming up soon. I mentioned that there are enemies that are more dangerous in 30 FPS, and they are one of them. This is also a great time to remind y'all that there will be some flashing lights incoming, because the Calibri enemy does like to throw a lot of very jarring and often distressing visual noise on the screen. So please take care of yourselves if you need to look away for a few minutes.
We aren't quite there yet, but we'll be there
Yeah.
soon.
We'll be calling it out when the time comes.
You also notice that Big picked up a flashlight, which we're using right now. You don't technically need the flashlight in the speed run, but it does make a couple of rooms safer for us to navigate. So we just pick it up anyway, just to be safe.
Yeah, in the spirit of Silent Hill 2, the flashlight does aggro enemies, and so you can use it to sort of force their behavior one way or the other. And if you want them to move in certain patterns, it is often safer to aggravate them early, and so that way you can move around them, than it is to wait for them to notice you.
Mm-hmm.
All right, here comes our first really risky point. I've got the island key. The island key is going to be used at the top of the C-shaped hallway, and that is where the first Calibri encounter is going to happen. Please take care of yourselves, gamers.
Yeah, we'll go ahead and say, go ahead and look away now, and we'll tell you when it's safe.
Mm-hmm. All right, we're good for a few minutes.
It took a lot of damage, as we said, because the Calibri rooms are terrible on the switchport.
They really are. But the cool thing is that Elster on casual will regen some health, so as long as I don't take too many additional smacks, we're fine. I took the elevator loop down so that way we'd get some extra time in before we hit this room, because I usually take a hit in here, but we're good.
We've fixed the tape. We're going to put in the music cassette, listen to some beautiful classical music, and head over to a sleeping lady who's very important to the story of this game.
She's, dare I say, a sleeping beauty?
She's definitely a sleeping beauty. So this is her office over here. This is Falk. Meet Falk, everybody. Falk is just taking a nap.
With a very cool box in her hands. This is the first of a couple times where the radio will be used as a physical object to open puzzles. This owl box is one of them, and then there will be a magpie box later on in the game. Everyone say goodbye to the Swan Lake song. I'm going to preserve the stream audio by turning it off.
And now we're gonna use that key card at this door over here.
There's going to be some flashing lights in here because there are more Colibris. Please take care of yourself.
Wow, this is wonderful to look at. I love this for us.
It's all right.
All
We're
right.
out of there.
We are out of there.
Now I have Adler's bedroom key. Adler is an interesting character because he's kind of a bad guy, but he's not really a bad guy. He's just having a really bad time. And who among us have not had a bad time in it?
Adler is just middle management and having the worst day at work of all time.
He really is, but he likes to write some fan fiction. So we will be in here in a moment. I forgot my astrolabe. I know that is a sentence ever.
Oh yeah,
trust me.
We have
We
to
need
go to
the
the
astrolabe
library.
in order to access his fan fiction.
Yes.
So while we go gather that, Dane, if there's anything you'd like to share, we've got a solid 2 minutes or so to get it.
Oh, that is a generous amount of time. Well, I am going to take advantage of that. $10 came in from Hockey Babbler that says, "Ah, dang it, I missed the first one. Guess we got to donate again. Oopsie breakers forever less than 3." Thank you very much, Hockey Babbler. And tell you what, Hockey Babbler, since you missed it the first time, I'll read your first donation again. $10 came in from Hockey Babbler that says, "Let's go, lesbians." Also, binary breakers mentioned. And as a reminder, folks, we do have the 2 incentives open for Mouthhole. That $10 donation did go to it's not refreshing on my side, to the mustache incentive. So we are at $10 out of 200 for the mustache incentive, and we have $200 as the goal for the take a shower to become a skeleton incentive. Again, I don't know what that means, and I really need to know what that means. So we gotta meet that donation in order to see, because how do you take a shower? I'm sure Schmumbler knows what this means, but I don't. So I need to know. So we need to get the donations in to see that incentive get met.
Yeah, I've seen this run happen, and I still cannot adequately formulate words to describe what that means. So truly, the only way to behold such greatness is to activate it by making sure those incentives are met.
And the eloquence of your vernacular was quite stupendous, and you
Thank
still
you.
could not coalesce a sentence in order to expound the intended meaning of what you're saying.
Indeed. Luckily, there's some fan fiction in here. We're going to daftly avoid it. Please, let us know in the donations what you think Adler's fan fiction says.
Ooh, that's a good incentive to donate.
But alongside his fanfic was the key to this elevator, which is the thing we needed all along. So we're going to use it.
Time to take the elevator down to the mines because our Elster yearns for the mines.
She truly does.
I saw in
Look at
chat
that.
earlier, it said the girlfriend yearns for the mines.
So, first chapter was called Synchronicity. This one was called Liminality. It's time to start getting weird, y'all. So as we descend into the mines, we're going to start noticing things aren't as they may have seemed. We're going to skip all these cutscenes, so you don't have to worry about the story getting ruined for you. But as we progress down to the bottom of these mines, things are going to start looking not like anything else you've seen in the game thus far.
You know, I'm glad you said in the game because these floors, I can feel them right now.
Oh, yeah, those yellow floors right there with the non-stick surface, I can feel them. They don't want you to slip when you're in the mines.
Why would we do that? We're going to cash out our 1 thermite because we will need that soon.
Oh, it's almost time, isn't it?
It is almost time to be on the best elevator in the game because I can move on it.
Let's go.
Let's go.
Let's go.
Let's go.
Let's go! So I'm about to enter a room with a very big hole in it, but it's got a dawdling sequence because we have to wait for the hole to be opened. If there's anything you would like to share, we've got a little time for it.
I would love to share. As a reminder, we are raising money for Point of Pride. Point of Pride is a trans-led 501c3 nonprofit organization, and they have served tens of thousands of people in all 50 states and 100+ countries by providing access to gender-affirming health and wellness services. And so your donations over the course of this event will go to helping Point of Pride do amazing work for our trans friends. All of your donations go to them. Put !donate in chat to donate, and you can still put your donations toward any of our open incentives or bid wars. The current one we are pushing for is Mouthhole Mustache and Mouthhole Take a Shower to Become a Skeleton. Again, I don't know what those mean. We need to see those happen. So get your donations in for those, please, and thank you.
And it is time. Are you ready, Big?
Oh, I'm so ready.
We're going to jump in this hole and we're going to meet the next boss of the game, Nicolas Cage.
Well, first we have to do a little bit of running around. Nicholas needs us to unlock the path.
Oh, that's right.
Yes. I did mention earlier that the game was going to get interesting. Right now we are on a beach.
I always forget about the beach segment that we're forced to be in.
Yes. The fun thing about this beach segment is that you don't actually have to do anything. I could just stand in that cave for the next 90 seconds and it would progress as normal. But what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna provide you forbidden knowledge, okay? Solmas here said that we would never see that vile book ever again. Why would we want to locate it?
We saw a version of it that had the astrolabe in it, so it wasn't technically the book, I guess.
I mean, if only I could read that book. I know I left it somewhere. I think it's in this little crawl space over here, so I'm gonna go look.
I'm sure if you could read it, it's got the knowledge we need to solve the mysteries of the game.
Yeah. Oh, it's just out of reach.
Oh, that's a shame.
Oh.
I guess we won't be reading that.
No.
So yeah, we're stuck on this beach. This is a timed segment, so we just kind of have to wait while we're on this beach. We're just gonna walk around until it's done.
Mm-hmm. The fun thing about this beach is you can prolong this segment by reading the poetry on the ground, which are actual segments from The King in Yellow by Robert Chambers. You can also climb this particular surface and scale the side of the wall for a very nice view of exactly what you see from the ground. I prefer to show off the book because I think it's a nice detail and it allows us to continue that train of thought. Oh look, a red square.
Oh, look. Yeah. We're finally done here. Okay, and now we're about to enter Silent Hill 1.
Yeah, I mentioned that there would be a part of the game that's a little meaty, for lack of a better term.
No.
This place is literally called Nowhere, and it's very much just the same as Nowhere from Silent Hill 1. But we've found it in Signalis. This room's a little bit dangerous. We got to run in here. We're gonna not turn on the flashlight right away so we don't aggro everything. That was very nice.
Okay, this next room.
Mine is very close. I don't like
mine
that.
is very close. She has not shot me yet. We're lucky. This room tends to be a little spicy for me just because of that storage.
Yeah, visual warning again because of the Calibri.
Just going for it. Please don't kill me here. Thank you. Oh, we're not in good shape.
We got to walk back out through there, so again, visual warning.
Okay, we didn't die. That's the hardest part of the run right there, in my opinion.
We're one hit from death, but we didn't die.
Okay, we promised you Nicolas Cage.
Now it's time for Nicolas Cage.
He's at the bottom of this hole. But first, I have to pick up a very important item. It's a wedding ring. Don't ask.
Again, we grabbed this thermite flare for just this reason. Normally, you kind of have to damage this boss down, but you can actually use the thermite flare, just jab it into the boss and immediately end the fight.
And that's the boss fight.
GG's.
Yeah, that thing is a damage sponge, and you can just pump bullets into it, and it takes forever. Or you can just walk up and stab a flare into it, and it's over.
Yeah, or you can shoot 2 flare shells using the flare grenade launcher thing that they have in the game. But it takes longer. Why would you do that?
So
Well, see,
since that boss was named Thickless Cage by you, I've got a challenge for chat. If you'll indulge me for a moment.
Ooh, hit us with it.
Chat, I'm going to challenge you right now to send in a donation and challenge me to read it in my best Nicolas Cage impression.
Yes! Oh, I'm so excited.
You know you want to hear that.
Yeah, please. Here you're going to see why we picked up the flashlight. It helps illuminate this barbed wire in these mazes. It's just a safety feature. But again, in the second maze, where it's a little bit more complicated, there's going to be enemies in that maze as well. And that kind of helps us manipulate how the enemies are going to chase us around. It's just going to be safety.
It's a little bit less required for this maze, but for the second one, I strongly recommend that you bring the flashlight.
Yeah, because when the enemies are after you and you're panicking, you're gonna walk into the barbed wire and it hurts.
Yeah.
Oh, hey, you didn't get hit by that one. I always get hit by that one.
You know, I got lucky this time.
It's around a certain thing. There's certain enemies that you like almost always know you're gonna get hit by, but it's nice when you don't. So that's very nice.
We're gonna light some incense here, and get love. This is the plate of love.
Yes, a plate of love. Have you ever been served a plate of love?
Sure.
Does mom's mac and cheese count?
Yes.
Yes.
Then yes.
Yes, absolutely it does. The previous plate was the plate of flesh, though, so very different meal being had.
I mean, that's a steak.
True.
Oh, true. Oh, Big's taking the spicy route here and just pushing an enemy and going in this door. Very nice.
We're going straight for the next maze.
And this is the maze that we talked about being dangerous. You're gonna notice a whole lot of enemies in here. They're gonna be chasing us around.
And more enemies will spawn out of the floorboards. The longer you stay in this, the worse it gets.
I don't like the position of that one. Yeah, you're gonna take damage on one at least.
It's all right. We dodged the second one, and we're out of here. There is one other room in the entire run where we will need the flashlight. Otherwise, it's done for the game. But now we need those rings that were totally not at all important.
Yeah, we've got 3 rings to solve a puzzle that, I mean, you might guess we're going to put all those rings on a hand. And it's a puzzle you're going to recognize from Silent Hill 2. Also, we know the combinations to all these doors. Don't worry about it.
Yeah, these door combinations, there was a room that I passed through very briefly that had a radio on a desk that you might not have even noticed was a radio because it kind of blends in with everything else on the desk. If you stand there and tediously scroll through channels, it will give you all the codes to every door in the area. I'm missing a ring.
Uh-oh. So we have Wedding and Serpent. You're missing the Regent's ring.
Yeah, that's interesting.
I'll tell you what, while you go look for that, mind if I jump in?
Yes, of course.
Yeah, we just got some new friends that just showed up. Welcome, new friends. This is Power Up with Pride. Excuse me, Fireside Pride 2024. We are raising money for Point of Pride. They're a trans-led 501c nonprofit organization, and they serve tens of thousands of people in all 50 states and 100 plus countries by providing access to gender-affirming health and wellness services. All donations made during this event go to this wonderful charity, do the amazing work that they do. Welcome.
I'm having a little bit of a brain fart where I left this behind. Do you remember, Lux?
I'm trying to remember where the Regent's Key is.
I think I know where it is. I think I just fumbled a pickup.
Oh yeah, because we definitely didn't go through this door.
No, this is the balance puzzle. We have to come through here anyway. But I think what happened was I hit the wrong button. Which is something that happens with this port sometimes. Where you're trying to clear quickly, and so you try to exit out the menu and it doesn't pick up the thing you're trying to pick up.
Is it in one of the barbed wire puzzles?
Yeah.
That makes sense.
I think it's like right here. It's fine.
While you're doing that, someone accepted the challenge.
I'm so excited.
I can't wait.
Yeah, HJ Hornbeck sent in a $25 donation that went to the Mouthhole Mustache Incentive with the comment, "Challenge accepted. Give us a bit. Nicolas Cage."
I loved it. Thank you. Good news, the ring was not even really out of the way. So we're just gonna go the one room over. We're gonna solve the ring puzzle again. And then we're gonna skedaddle.
Yeah, because thankfully the ring puzzle is right next to this door, which is the door we need to leave.
And we have everything else we need, so all we need to do is collect the reward for the ring puzzle. Which it is a little fitting that this took a little bit longer, because this does give us the plate of knowledge. Very powerful thing to have. All right.
All right. Let's put on that last ring.
And we're out of here.
Now we've got all 6 plates. You notice that door that had the 6 notches in it? I wonder where we're going to use those plates at. So we're heading back to that door. Similar to the Captain Planet door that we were at earlier, this one we're just going to insert all of the plates we've collected. And it's going to allow us to head into the next area of the game.
Had to do a little spin to get that enemy out from in front of the door. Otherwise, we would have taken an unnecessary hit.
Yeah, there was some nice jukes.
Yeah, thanks.
Would you like another challenge accepted?
Yes, please.
You got it. Hockey Babbler sent in another $5 donation that also went to the mustache incentive with the comment, "What? No mustache? I don't want to take your face off."
Babs is killing it tonight.
They agreed.
Of course, the plate of sacrifice every single time. You get the plate of sacrifice so early in the game that it is so easy to forget to pick back up.
Yeah, we got the plate of sacrifice literally like within the first 5 minutes of the game.
And it's very funny because, like, you get it, and casually you're like, what is this? And then you carry it around, and you're like, do I need this? Not until the climax of the game. Oh, look, a very familiar hole.
Yeah, this looks familiar. It's climb out of the hole
Mm-hmm.
and skip a bunch of cutscenes. I'm sure none of this matters.
No, this can't possibly be the end of the game, could it?
Oh, was that our girlfriend?
She looks so familiar.
Pretty sure that was our girlfriend, Big.
Oh, if
Unfortunately,
only.
unfortunately we reached the credits before we found her.
Yeah, no. JK, if you're not familiar with this game, this is a fake out sequence. It does throw you back to the main menu, but there is more game to be had. In fact, a whole arc of the game lies ahead of us still.
Yeah, we click begin as if we're starting a new game, and hey, this looks very familiar. We've started a new game, but this is a little bit different.
You know, I think we should look around and make sure everything's fine.
Yeah, I think we should make sure the ship is in working order.
Yeah, I know there's a green panel down here. Let's make sure it's still green.
Is that green? Is it? Yeah, that's
yeah,
definitely.
okay.
I think it's
looks
green.
Yeah. The red panel though, we got to make sure that one's still red.
I'm pretty sure it's still red, but we should probably check.
You know, sometimes it's not. Oh, wait, no. That looks.
Hey, I saw there's some flowers on that desk over there. See those lilies? I wonder if those are important.
Oh, I wonder if those are important. I gotta check the cooling system. Hold on.
Yeah,
Are these pipes still good?
Oh, those are definitely pipes.
Definitely pipes. You know, I think I left my key card up here.
In the cryopod again?
Yeah, you know, I'm so glad we never have to use that ever.
You really got to stop leaving your key card in the cryopod.
Oh, hey, look, it's my girlfriend.
Hey, she looks kind of like that girl from earlier.
You know, they all kind of look like someone I used to know.
So Elster isn't looking so hot right now, but that's okay. We're gonna go up here back to the cryopod, and we're just gonna compartmentalize this trauma.
Yeah, don't worry about it. It's completely fine. Because spoilers, there's another big hole.
And now the ship has changed once again. It's very meaty. Henceforth, the game is going to be very meaty.
Yeah. As if it hasn't been at this point already. Plot twist, we're back at the beach. I bet you weren't expecting this.
What?
But guess what? All we got to do this time is just jump in the boat.
Yeah, and while we do that, if there's anything you'd like to share, Dane, it's a great time to do it.
Sure. As a reminder to everybody, I have challenged chat that if you send in a donation and indicate you would like me to do so, I will read your donation comment as Nicolas Cage. And I'm sure you want to hear that. And just I'll let you all know, we are raising money for Point of Pride. Point of Pride is a trans-led 501c3 nonprofit organization, and they've served tens of thousands of people in all 50 states and 100 plus countries by providing access to gender-affirming health and wellness services. And we are, let me give you an update on that mustache incentive for Mouthhole. We are at 40 out of $200, a measly $160 away from meeting that incentive. Let's make that happen, chat.
I can't wait for us to see the mustache in action. We gotta get that happen.
Big, what do you think of this creepy pulsating meat?
I don't know what you're talking about. This is exactly what it looked like last time we came through here.
Yeah, every time we go to school, it looks like this.
Someone in chat says Signalis the golf game.
Here's the thing. I would play it. Give it to me now. I will play it. Signalis fishing? I'm so there.
Signalis golf it.
Signalis bowling anybody?
Yeah! You know, this hallway feels a little bit longer than it did last time. I hope there's nothing weird in this room waiting for us. Oh.
Oh no. I'm sure we can just shove our way past them.
Oh, this hole looks fine.
We're gonna jump in another hole, right?
Yeah.
I've already lost count of the holes.
Yeah, I chat, if you have been counting how deep we are in the Signalis verse, I would love that information.
This is the final area of the game. This is Rotfront. It's full of a lot of really annoying puzzles casually. But again, thankfully, we know all of the solutions to them, so we don't have to worry about solving them. We just go and do them. All of them
This
have to do
code
with
is like 4 layers of puzzle.
yes. This has to do with gathering 6, I believe, tarot cards, and gathering the 6 cards is what unlocks the ability to leave this area. You don't actually have to do the tarot card puzzle after you gather them. All you have to do is get them. So we're
Mhm.
going to be doing all the puzzles that lead to gathering these 6 cards so that we can leave this place.
Yeah, we don't even need the tarot cards. We simply need a dial that's in the ceiling, and we can only get it once the environment changes in response to us gathering these cards.
Yes, the dial will not fall from the ceiling in that main room we would just walk through until we collect all 6 cards. We are picking up this submachine gun. We're going to use that a little bit later on the final boss of the game.
Oh, I need the flashlight. Can't forget it. We do need it for one more room.
Yes,
While we're doing
unfortunately.
that, we did yet another challenge. If
I'm
if you
so
wanna hear.
excited. Hit us with it.
Alrighty, Oscar 424 sent in $20. That, by the way, went to the Hello Kitty Roller Rescue character bid war. That went toward 8-bit. And the comment that she's going to have me read as Nicolas Cage is: have you heard of the critically acclaimed MMORPG Final Fantasy XIV with an expanded free trial, which you can play through the entirety of A Realm Reborn and the award-winning Heavensward and thrilling Stormblood expansions up to level 70 for free?
Incredible.
Oh, this is very dangerous.
Oh,
No, that was
you
during
made
the
it
We're
past
page.
them.
We're good.
The torches were out for you.
They were so aggressive. This one could also be a problem.
Normally that room that's dark with the flashlight isn't too bad, but for some reason those torches had Big's number today. Oh, and these in the hallway. Yikes. We'll probably have to end up taking a heal here, which is fine. There's plenty of healing items in this area.
Yeah, luckily this area is pretty generous with the healing and the pathing for it. So as long as we don't take too many unnecessary hits moving forward, should be good.
You notice
But we-
the hallway that we were in before, there's now meat over the door, so we can't get there anymore. That's a recurring theme as we finish sections of this part of the game. It will be blocked off by the pulsating meat, and we won't be able to access them anymore.
Yeah, and sequencing is extremely important here because once you leave an area, you won't be able to return. So you need to have the things that you are required to have for the puzzles in order to not waste time having to go all the way around later on.
Yeah, because the meat will appear, and you'll have to take a very roundabout way to get to those items if you miss them.
Mm-hmm.
But here we're going to put in the diskette and activate a transmitter. And we're going to align some towers. Oh, we didn't get free magpie.
I know, it's a shame.
So sometimes it'll just be set to magpie for us and just saves time, but we had to select it this time.
Fun fact, both Station 43 and Station 45 work, but only Station 43 will pick up the Magpie broadcast, which is what you need in order to open up the Magpie box when we get there. So we got a little bit of walking around. Dane, if there's anything you'd like to share with us, now's a great time.
Sure. Yeah, we, as a reminder, chat, are getting very, very, very close to the end of this run. And when this run ends and the next one begins, I will not be hosting anymore. So if you want the Nicolas Cage impression a little bit more, be sure to get your donations in. And just as a reminder, we are only $160 away from meeting the mustache incentive for Mouthhole. So get your donations in because that is the run coming up next.
Thank you, thank you. We've got the tower card from a totally normal, not at all conspicuous tray. We do have some flashing lights. This is going to be a little persistent for the next 5-ish minutes. Please look away if you're photosensitive.
Yes, unfortunately, we have a lot of Calibri in this section.
Yeah, we're gonna have to go through like 4 different rooms with them in it.
But after we're done with the Calabrian, this section of the game, when we don't see them again.
Am I stuck on one of them? I was stuck on one of them. That's so rude.
Oh, it did so much damage.
It did, because you're not supposed to touch them. I picked up Nitro Express ammo because it looked too much like a heal. So if you're wondering why I picked those bullets up for a gun that I don't have, that's why. Oof. No touchy. Thank you.
Yeah, no touch.
No touch.
Respect our space.
Consent is not optional.
And here is the magpie box. So we're going to turn on the radio to a certain frequency, and it is going to open up the magpie box so we can access the tarot card and the key inside.
All right. Now at this point, there's only 2 cards left to collect. One is in the basement, and one is back over near that PC we were using earlier. Got a little bit of walking around, but I do think it's worth noting that we are so close to finding our girlfriend. She has to be at the end of this area, isn't she?
I think she might be.
I think she might be. Oh, this is.
Oh, I thought that was bad.
Yeah, this is gonna be a little stinky. All right, getting through this last door is gonna be basically the goal. All right, rest of the run should be free.
Gaming. We're going to ask the scanner to look at this photograph.
Every time I do, it makes me laugh. All right, the final card is the most important one. It is worth noting that the final card we pick up on this run is the Lovers card. So if we can get a Let's Go Lesbians, that would be very affirming.
Let's go, lesbians.
It's also a heal here, so this is going to be very nice to grab.
Mm-hmm. When we do that, I'm just going to slam that heal. Excuse you. Can you get out of the menu? Thank you.
And now that we have all the cards, we can just leave. We're done here. And you'll notice that there's that item we talked about laying on the floor. This is all we needed. This was the only thing, the key item to leave this area.
Yes. It is worth noting that we will have to see this particular puzzle again. Thank you all for unlocking our incentive for the bonus ending. This is literally the only thing we will need to do once we have completed this run to see the ending. Though we will be doing something a little bit different once we enter the hole the second time through. This time we're just going to grab this book that was not at all important.
Oh, hey, it's that book again.
Yeah.
I thought you said we wouldn't see that book again.
You know, I feel like we got a little misled there.
Yeah, I wonder who did the misleading, Biggs.
You know, time is weird. Space is funny.
Now we've read the book, and it's kicked us out to this area with the final boss. I wonder who the final boss is.
Yeah, I wonder. I'm going to bring these extra heals because I have them.
Yeah, we've got
And then I'm going to
heals.
eat a couple.
We've got extra ammo. We're well prepared.
This is the end. We're going to leave forever. It's not at all dramatic.
This hallway in particular is where I want to see Signalis bowling.
Yes. Yes.
There's a bunch of notes you can read on the floor that are just kind of end game stuff, and telling you exactly what's happening before you fight this final boss. But here we are. Falk is about to wake up from taking her little nappy, and she's not too happy about it.
All right, I'm gonna focus. Feel free to talk.
So this fight consists of 6 different phases. Ooh, that was very nice. What we're going to do is try and bait her to throw out her spears. And by grabbing spears and stabbing her with the spears when she kneels down, it progresses to the next phase of the fight. So the fastest way to do this is try and keep progressing the phases before she picks up the spears again. Sometimes she picks them up right away. Sometimes she lets them sit on the floor for a long time like she is right now. This is very nice. We're probably going to get 3 spears out of this.
She's orbing.
She's orbing. It's orbing time.
She's calling back.
She called back the spears, but that's okay because he's already picked up one of them, so we're ready to end this phase. And now the real interesting phases. The remainders have these shields that revolve around her. So when you try to shoot, the shields get in your way. She also adds additional enemies to chase you around.
Ooh.
Very nice. We got to throw spears. Hopefully we can get a couple spears into her before she pulls back the last one.
Girl.
Oh, she just wants to move around.
Yeah, she's moving.
Unfortunately, Falk is just a little bit of RNG with the way she likes to behave.
The cool thing
Pick
about
up a
Falk
little more
is
ammo.
she will give you pretty much everything you need to complete the fight in the fight if you bring the right weapons for it. SMG ammo and shotgun shells both spawn inside her arena, as well as pistol. So as long as you're not relying on the rifle, you should be fine. There's a lot of visual noise though, as you can tell. It's making it super difficult for me to see where I am.
She also spawns healing items, so if you take a lot of damage, you can pick up a heal.
Which I'm gonna do. So we are bleeding out. So as you can tell, this fight has a lot of room for shenanigans. I have completed this fight in as little as 40 seconds and as most as 10 minutes.
Yeah, it's so RNG.
It's so RNG, and it really relies on you bullying her super early so that way she never gets a chance to pick up her stuff.
You finally threw out the spears for us. That's what we were waiting for.
And
she
she's
knelt
down.
because we gave her enough damage in the process. We only got this last spear to
Get
pick
this.
up. And do a little bit more damage. She should kneel down, and that'll be it for the fight.
But she has double shields right now, so it's gonna be a little tricky, and she likes to throw orbs in this phase.
Did take out one of her ads for us. That's nice.
I'm out of extra ammo, so we gotta make shots count.
We can take our time because we don't have to worry about enemies chasing us.
Ooh.
Ooh, very nice.
All
And
right,
that's
this
Falk.
is not time. Time happens in a brief moment when we reach the final door.
Yes, we will call time very shortly. It's got a couple doors to walk through here in the ship, which is full of trash now.
Yeah, it's also full of exceptionally depressing lore notes.
Yeah, we're
this
not
is
gonna
the
read
part of the
those.
game that will make you cry. Time is coming up when we hit this door in 3, 2, 1. That's time.
Let's go.
GG's.
GG's big.
Thank you. This category is known as the memory ending. Ironically, it is because our girlfriend doesn't remember us or the promise we made.
It's very unfortunate. But with this particular speedrun route, you notice we didn't talk to any of the NPCs. We didn't spend any time like fighting enemies or any of that stuff. If you take a lot of time, like actually fighting the enemies, killing a lot of enemies, talking to all the NPCs and stuff, it will unlock the better ending where she actually remembers you. But that's slower, so that's not the category we were running today.
Yeah. She doesn't remember. Oh, it's okay.
That's okay
We've got
because
a whole other ending to get to.
we unlocked the incentive for the secret ending where she's definitely going to remember us.
Oh,
Heck yeah, we
yes.
did.
So while we get that set up real quick, if there's anything you'd like to share with chat, now is a phenomenal time. It'll
Absolutely.
take a couple moments for that to set up.
Chat, we are a mere $10 away from hitting $1,800 for day 1.5, I guess, of Fireside Pride 2024. I guess you call it. It's like the end of day, official big major day one. Let's say, since yesterday was a shorter day. But yeah, only $10 away from hitting $1,800. We have made such great progress day one, and we've still got 2 more days of Fireside Pride 2024 over this course of this weekend. We've got a bunch more runs tomorrow and on Sunday, closing out the entire event with Metroid Prime Randomizer on Sunday night, and I'm gonna say I'm excited for that one. I'm a little bit biased because I'm hosting for that one, but that is going to be exciting. We've got a ton of other amazing and fun runs between now and then. Just Crow Things is going to be opening up Sunday. That is a very cute little game. Stray, I know somebody in this call may be pretty excited about that run. If I do say so myself.
Oh yeah, I know all about Stray.
Hey, I wonder who. But yeah, we've got a bunch of other runs coming up over this weekend, so please get your donations in, and please come back tomorrow for more Fireside Pride 2024. But we do still have more runs this evening. We are not done yet, and I think we are ready for the secret ending. Yes.
Yes, we are not even done with Signalis. We are about to boot up the secret ending. So I have my save file right here. I mentioned I'm gonna have to solve a puzzle, and then we will get our cutscene. So let's get that started. In 3, 2, 1, let's jam.
All right, so this secret ending was extremely hidden, and the developers honestly didn't expect people to find it. But as any gaming community who loves the game too much does, they really got to digging and found this ending. So the way that finding this worked out was when we used the radio throughout the game, we had those different signals pop up with different numbers or maybe music. Some of those matter as far as like opening up, like we saw different boxes and solving different puzzles. Sometimes you find stuff on the radio that actually isn't as important, and they'll just be seemingly random stuff playing. There's certain parts in the game, certain rooms where people discovered a specific type of signal being broadcast, and they recognized it as a specific radio signal called slow scan television, which is the radio signal which is like how we saw the moon, like Neil Armstrong stepping on the moon for the first time. NASA broadcast that via radio with the slow scan television, which decodes on our side as an image instead of a radio signal. So they took these radio signals that they found in the game, fed them through a slow scan television decoder, saw the images that the slow scan television was being transmitted, used those images to find the rooms in the game that had 3 secret keys, which you would never know were there unless you saw these secret hidden images, as well as finding this 20-digit code for this safe that only appears if you grab the 3 keys in those hidden parts of the game. So Big is entering this 20-digit key, this 20-digit combination now for this hidden safe, and inside the safe, we're going to find something very important that unlocks the artifact ending.
And here we go. Oh,
And
look.
it's
A lily.
I pointed out those lilies earlier, didn't I?
Yeah. You know, I always knew they were important, but I didn't realize how important.
The artifact ending. You notice a lot of hexagons in this game, and even on the title screen, and they also do with this particular ceremony. So Elster has completed the ceremony, made her offering to this Eldritch artifact, this kind of extra dimensional. And the extra dimensional artifact is going to do some weird things to the universe now. But unfortunately for the universe, probably not a good thing. Fortunately for us, it reunites us with our girlfriend, and that's all that matters.
Yeah, yeah. I hope you've been watching out. Because we did remember our promise. I promised you, space
Let's go,
lesbians.
lesbians.
Let's go, lesbians! And that's time. That's the artifact ending.
GG. So do you end every run by saying "See you, space lesbians"?
No, but we will now.
I don't get an opportunity to make a Cowboy Bebop reference very often, so I'm gonna take advantage when I can.
Yeah, it's fitting that we start the run with "Let's Jam" and end it with "See ya, space lesbians." My hat is off to you, sir.
So yeah, any shout outs you want to give before we wrap this up?
I'm BigScared. You can find me on twitch.tv/BigScared or most places on the internet as either BigScared or I'm BigScared with no spaces or punctuation. You can find me and Soulmass over in the Binary Breaker server and in our community. If you are in the speedrunning community and you identify as a gender that is between, within, outside, something non-binary in the broadest sense, not necessarily the most specific one, we would love to talk to you more about that and have you. Shout out also to the Clock Tower stream team. Both me and Astrid, as well as Schmumbler, who will be running next, are part of it. And thank you, Dane, for joining me as a host, and Lux for joining me on my couch.
It was a pleasure. Anybody wants to find me, I'm Soulmass218 here on Twitch. I am also a queer variety caster as well as speedrunner. I speedrun this game and a lot of others, mostly cozy games, very atmospheric games. So if you like that kind of stuff, you can head on by my stream.
Yeah, thank you very much to the two of you for putting on such an entertaining run. This was so much fun to watch. I love this game to pieces, and I could not think of a better runner to showcase this incredibly endearing title to us all. So thank you very much for showing it off.
Aw, thank you for having me. And good luck to everyone else for the rest of the marathon.
Yeah, and folks, we this may be it for Signalis, but we've still got more Fireside Pride 2024 coming up after this. We're going to take a short stretch break so you can get those limbs stretched out, get yourself some water, do what you got to do, engage in some self-care, and we will be back in just a little bit. Folks, I hope you had a lot of fun with me on the host mic today. It is sadly the end of my first host shift here at Fireside Pride 2024, but I did say it was the end of my first shift because I will be back tomorrow to host a little bit more for you. In the meantime, rounding out day one, we have got the lovely and incomparable Sporadic Erratic taking over the host duties for the remainder of day 1/2 of Fireside Pride 2024. Enjoy the rest of the marathon and keep those donations coming in. Let's hit 1,800 before the next run begins. Let's make it happen. Have a wonderful night or time zone wherever you are.
Thank you so much for that lovely introduction. Dangerous. Oh my gosh, what a host to follow up. What a run. How are y'all doing? What is up, Fireside Pride 2024. I am your host, Erratic, and I am absolutely thrilled to be here, closing out the night for you. I'm going to be here for the rest of the runs for tonight. I hope you're hyped to be here too. How y'all doing? Night Crew represent, or wherever you're watching from in the world. Maybe it's daytime for you. Maybe it's lunchtime. I would love it if you would tell me all about it in the chat, actually. Y'all should hang around. We have some amazing runs coming up, including right on deck. It's Mouthhole. Schmumler's going to be running that for you. It's Mouthhole all endings. I hope y'all are ready for this. You're probably not, but try to prepare yourself mentally. And we do have some really awesome incentives open for that run right now. I know Jane was talking about it, the mustache incentive. Let me head on over there and just see how we are doing with that mustache incentive. Now, do y'all want to know what happens when the mustache incentive is met, or do you want it to stay a mystery? Because I could tell you. You gotta let me know, chat. We're sitting at $40 out of the $200 that we need to unlock that mustache incentive. I want to see a mustache. You want to see a mustache. We all want to see a mustache. Remember, when you're getting your donations in for Point of Pride, you do have to click on those incentives. You do have to select which one you'd like to donate towards. And if you want to see that mustache, get those donations in. Of course, there is the other incentive we have for this run. Take a shower to become a skeleton. I feel like it's pretty straightforward. I feel like it explains itself. If you want to see Schmumler take a shower to become a skeleton, that is the incentive you need to click on. We don't have any donations for that one yet. We are looking for $200. So, chat, y'all definitely have a little bit of work to do. If you feel you are able to donate to Point of Pride, make sure you click on one of those two incentives. The good news is that both of them can be activated at any time during the run. So you have until the end of the run. However, it's not a super long run. In fact, it is a 25-minute run, so 25 minutes to raise $360. I think my math is correct. I believe in you, chat. I absolutely believe in you. I always believe in the Night Crew.